Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning here in Eastern Oregon. I made a joke this morning on my Instagram stories about how I wasn't at church like a good boy. I was worshiping at the House of Gains. I was at the gym working out on a Sunday morning. And while I made that joke kind of offhanded and just sort of a silly thing to say, I think there's really some truth to it. In that I really believe that working out, that training is a spiritual thing. And, I think no matter what deity you believe in, or God or goddess or entity, whatever that is, I think that most faith practices and belief systems would say that that whatever they follow, they're in this skin for a reason. We're here for some purpose bigger than ourselves. And I think most religions or faith practices or most belief systems would say that a huge part of the reason that we are here is to care for things, to care for those around us, to care for those less fortunate, to care for this world, our environment, and also just to care for ourselves, to take care of us, right? Because again, I think most faith practices, most belief systems, I think would say, some real common tenets across the board there are to show love and forgiveness, to fight against injustice, and to make this world a better place, to care for things. And I just believe that there's no way to show love or to show forgiveness or to fight for justice without the body, right? I can have these great ideas of how to do that, and then my soul, my being can want these things, but without my body to say words and my hands and feet to take action, I can't do any of that. And so the body is kind of like the vehicle in which these belief systems come to fruition, right? And the way they actually happen is the body. And so I really believe that bettering yourself, that taking care of yourself, that finding sort of that harmony and oneness and connection with yourself as you're straining and physically exerting, against these forces, and as you feed yourself nutrient-dense food most of the time, food that helps you on a cellular level, helps your body function better as you push yourself to do things you haven't been able to do before, that these are spiritual things, that it's you can't do the things that a faith, any belief system really that calls you to do, you can't do them well if this isn't well. And so taking care of this allows you to better care for those around you, to better care for this world, to better care for those that are less fortunate. So that's kind of my thought this morning, is that, a lot of times people think about working out as sort of this act of vanity, and it certainly can be, and it can certainly be a part of it. It is for me, but there's also a huge part of it that's bigger than just sort of this aesthetic, bigger than just how do I look. I think it allows us to better care for those around us, to live out your faith, your belief system, your religion, whatever that is, in a better way, in a stronger way, in a more powerful way. So that's my thought for this morning, is that I just think working out, training is a very spiritual act. So if you have thoughts on that, please drop them below. I'd love to have a conversation with anybody about this. You can tell me how I'm crazy and wrong. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. If this is something you agree with, or you kind of are like, wow, I'd never thought about that before. I'd love to talk about that too. So that's it for me. Have a good day.